Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, everyone. I hope all of you are doing fine. Uh, okay, guys. So let's continue with the session. In the last, in the last few classes, we were discussing about the evaluation of the goodwill, wherein I have told you that goodwill. There are various methods by which goodwill can be valued. Until now, we have discussed the average profit method, and then there is weighted average method. So till now, we discussed two methods of the valuation of the goodwill. In today's session, we will be talking about the super profit method of the valuation of the goodwill. And if time allows, we'll discuss one more method, which is the capitalization method. We will also discuss that part as well. But let's start with the super profit method first of all. So just a minute. If you remember, when we used to calculate the goodwill by the average profit method and the super profit, the weighted average method, we used to apply the this formula. So for the purpose of calculation of the goodwill, just a minute. In case of the average method, we used to calculate goodwill using this formula. Goodwill equals to average profit multiply with the number of years purchase. Number of years purchase. Then while discussing the valuation of goodwill by the weighted average method, the only difference in the formula was everything is same. Only difference is that the goodwill is valued on the basis of the weighted average method. So for that purpose, we have to write and we have to prepare a working note showing the calculation of the weighted average profit. So weighted average profit, and then we used to multiply it with the number of year purchase. So instead of the average profit under the weighted average method, we have to write down the value of the weighted average profit, then multiply it with the number of year purchase. So now in the super profit method also, almost the formula is going to remain same. Super profit. This time, in order to calculate the value of goodwill, which formula we will apply? This will be the formula. Goodwill equals to super profit multiply with the number of years purchase. So formula is almost similar to the previous one, but now the question arises: how do we find out the normal profit? What is normal profit? Sorry, what is super profit? So see, if question is not providing with the information of super profit, then in such a situation, super profit can be calculated by applying this formula. Super profit calculation of super profit is very simple. All we need to do is to subtract the normal profit out of the average profit. So average profit of the firm, and out of the average profit, we will subtract the normal profit of the industry. Normal profit of industry. This is how we will be calculating the super profit. So this is the average profit of the firm, and out of the average profit of the firm, we have to subtract the normal profit of the industry. So most of the time normal profit is given to you in the question, but if it is not given in the question, the normal profit of industry is not given in the question, then in such a situation we have to apply a formula for finding out the value of the normal profit as well. So for calculating the value of the normal profit, we will apply this formula. Normal profit equals to capital employed, capital employed, capital employed into return on investment, return on investment, or rate of, this is also called rate of return. This is also known as rate of return. Instead of return on investment, you can also call it rate of return. So in short, rate of return is called ROR. All right. So see, what I was saying is that under the super profit method, we apply this formula to find out the value of the goodwill. So the formula, the requirement of this formula is that you need to multiply the number of year purchases with the amount of super profit. But the question is, how do we find out the super profit? So in order to calculate the super profit, we will apply this formula. So super profit can be calculated as a difference between the average profit and the normal profit. So we have to find out the average profit of the firm. If it is not given, then we will be calculating the average profit. And if it is written that if it is given in the question, then it will be then that value can be taken directly in this formula. And out of the average profit, we will subtract the amount of the normal profit of the industry. And if the normal profit is also not given in the question, then in such a situation also, we have to apply one more formula, which is capital employed into the rate of return or the return on investment. And sometime the capital employed in the question is also not given. Capital employed is also missing in the question. So this way you can find out the capital employed. So I'm writing all the formula just to make it more clear that whenever anything is missing, then we can simply apply the formula and find out that value. So capital employed is very simple. Total value of the asset, out of the total value of the asset, we will be subtracting the total value of the liability. Total value of liability. This is it. Total asset minus total liability. We will get the capital employed. And there is one more formula to find out the capital employed, which is uh, we take the value of the reserves, adding the amount of profit in it, adding the amount of capital in it, and subtracting the losses. This is one of the formula which we can also use for finding out the capital employed. So these are various formulas that we have to use in while calculating the value while valuing the goodwill under the super profit method. So let's just focus on this particular formula right now. For the time being, let's just focus on this point, that goodwill can be valued by multiplying the super profit into number of year purchase. And if the super profit is not given, then we will use the other formula that I just wrote on screen. So guys, all of you, first of all, just write down all these formula. Let me show you the PowerPoint. Note all these formula quickly. See, under the super profit method, we generally have the simple formula, so super profit into number of year purchases. But whenever super profit is not given, we will be calculating the amount of super profit by using this formula, average profit minus normal profit. And then normal profit is also calculated by multiplying the rate of return with the capital employed. Okay, so note it down quickly. And let me know as soon as you finish writing it. Done, everyone? Khushi, Evan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And there are two more formulas. For finding out the capital employed, we have this formula. Please note this as well. Just let me scroll down. Yeah, please also write this down. Capital employed equals to total asset minus liability, or reserve plus profit plus capital plus minus the losses. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, all right, everyone. So let's continue with question number 61. So question 61 is saying that Rakesh and Ashok earned a profit of rupees 5,000. So there are two partners, Rakesh and Ashok. Their profit is given. So whenever profit is given to you, we will consider it as the uh, as our, you can say, the average profit. All right. So they employed a capital of rupees 25,000 in the firm. It is expected that the normal rate of return is 15% of the capital employed, and you need to calculate the value of the goodwill considering the number of year purchases are 3. So 3-year purchases are given. Rate of return is also given in the question, which is 15% of the capital employed. And the amount of capital employed is also given 25,000. And the average profit of the firm is also given. Right? Everything is clear in this question. Profit of the firm is given. Profit of the firm can be taken as the average profit of the firm. All right. Then capital employed is given to you. Rate of return is given to you. And question is saying that you need to find out the value of the goodwill considering that the number of year purchases are 3. So I hope question is clear to all of you. So let's just quickly solve this question using the super profit method. Solution to question number 61. We'll write down valuation of goodwill by super profit method. Valuation of goodwill by super profit method. Okay, so the valuation of goodwill under super profit method is done by using this formula. Goodwill equals to super profit multiplied with the number of year purchase. Number of year purchased. Okay, so a number of year purchase is given in the question, but the super profit is not given in the question. So number of purchases are 3. So we can write down the value of the number of year purchase, 3 years. All we need to do is to find out the super profit only. And once we calculated the value of the super profit, we can simply know the value of the goodwill. But since the super profit is not given in the question, so for that purpose, we will be making a small working note showing the valuation of the super profit. Working note showing calculation of super profit. All right, so I'm sure that all of you remember how do we find out what formula is applied to find out the super profit. So the formula for calculating the super profit is, first of all, we need to take the value of the average profit of the firm, average profit of firm, and out of the average profit of the firm, we subtract the subtract the normal profit of the industry. All right. So average profit of the firm is already given in the question, right? Average profit of the firm is how much? So it is see the first value 5,000. This is the normal average profit of the firm. So we can here we can take the average profit as 5,000. Now we need to subtract the normal profit, but the thing is that normal profit is not given in the question, and I have told you that normal profit can be calculated by simply applying this formula. For finding out the normal profit, we will multiply the capital employed with the rate of return, yeah, or the return on investment. So now 5,000 minus the capital employed in the question was 25,000. Capital employed was 25,000. So we can put 25,000 here. And the return on investment or the rate of return in the question is also given, which is 15% of the capital employed. So 15%, we will multiply 25,000 with 15%. Sorry. 15%. And this way we will be able to find out the super profit. So 5,000 minus, just a minute. 25,000 into 15%. This will be 3750. 3750, and subtracting 3750 out of 5,000, we will get 1,250 rupees. Tell me everyone, is this clear to all of you? Is the calculation of super profit is clear to everyone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will simply take the value of super profit to our main calculation part and write down the value of the super profit here, 1,250. 1250 with the number of year purchases, which is 3. So 1250 into 3, we will get 3750 as the value of the goodwill. 3750. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so quickly note it down. Tell me whenever you want me to scroll down. Done everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone is still writing?
No,
Let me
sir.
know, otherwise we will start the other question. Okay, no one is writing. Okay. So let's continue with the next question. Question number 62. This one is also an easy question, and I want all of you to I want all of you to try this question on your own. So question is saying that there are two partners, Gupta and Bose, and they have invested 50,000. Collectively, they have invested 50. That means this is the capital employed of the Gupta and Bose. All right. And on an average, the profit were 16,000. So this is the average profit of the business, 16,000 per year. The normal rate of return in the industry is 15%. So this is your ROR or the ROI, return on investment, or you can say, you can call it rate of return. Goodwill, we need to calculate goodwill considering the number of year purchases are 4, and the purchase of profit in excess of profit at the rate 15% on the money invested. So question is saying that we need to find out the goodwill considering that the number of year purchases are 4 of profit in excess of profit at the rate 15%. That means we need to calculate the goodwill on the basis of the super profit. We need to calculate the goodwill by super profit method. I hope the question is clear, all of you. Capital employed is 50,000, normal profit, sorry, average profit of the business is 16,000. Normal rate of return is given to you. The number of year purchases are also given to you. All we need to do is find out the value of the goodwill by using super profit method. So all of you will try this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, so I'm giving you 5-7 minutes to solve this question. Do it quickly. Let me know the answer. And this time I want everyone to answer, please, because few students only tell me the answer or few answer me in the chat. Not everybody is sending their answers to me. As soon as you are done, tell me your answer in the chat section.
Done, sir.
Done. Tell me your answer.
34,000.
34,000. Okay. Anyone is getting the same answer? Ayan got 34,000.
Sir, me.
Same. 34,000.
You got the same as well. Okay. What about others? Alexander.
Sir, same.
Okay.
Sir, I
So
have a
everyone
doubt.
is getting the. You are still calculating, Alexander.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do it fast.
Uh,
Mariam,
s-
you got the answer? Mariam, you got the answer? All right, Alexander, you're saying something?
yes, sir. Sir, what was the average profit and normal profit?
Average profit is already given. Na? The profit that is given in the question, that is the average profit of the firm, 16,000.
Yes.
And for finding out the normal profit of the industry, what we need to do, we need to multiply the capital employed of the business with the rate of return, which is prevailing in the market. So rate of return or the return on investment that is prevailing in the market is 15% of the capital employed. So that means the industry is generating on around 7,500 of the profit every year, and whereas the firm is generating 16,000.
Okay, sir.
So the super profit, the difference between the average profit and the normal profit is the super profit.
Okay,
Mariam,
sir.
you got the answer? Yes or no? Say something, please. Yeah, I guess Mariam. Okay, Mariam. All right, 34,000 you got it as well. So I hope everyone got the answer. So let me show you the solution of this question. Anyways, see, uh, this is the solution, guys. Question number 62. We were doing question 62. Solution for question number 62. First of all, since we need to find out the goodwill by super profit method, so we will simply apply the formula of goodwill by super profit method. This is the formula: super profit into number of year purchases. Then the year purchase is already given in the question. For super profit, we will make a working note, and by applying this, by using this working note, we can calculate the super profit. This will be 8,500. Super profit will be 8,500, and I've taken the same value here in our main working, 8,500 into number of year purchases, which will be 34,000. Okay. So I hope everyone did this question. Moving on to the next one. Next one is also an easy question. Question 63. It is saying that a partnership firm earned a net profit during the last 3 years, ended 31st March as follows. 2017, firm have generated 17,000. In the year 2018, firm have generated 20,000. 2019, 23,000. The capital investment in the firm throughout the above mentioned period has been 80,000. Okay. Having regard to the risk involved, 15% is considered to be a fair return on the investment, on the capital. Calculate the value of the goodwill on the basis of 2 years purchase of average super profit earned during the above mentioned 3 years. So question is specifically saying that we need to find out the goodwill on the basis of super profit method. Number one. Number two, question is providing us with the rate of return in the prevailing in the market, ROR, which is 15%. Question also gives us the information about the amount of capital invested in the business. That is capital employed is given in the question, which is 80,000. But this time, like in the previous question used to give us the amount of the average profit generated by the business. This time, average profit of the business is not given. Instead, the profit of last 3 years is given to us. So that means in this question, we need to find out the average profit of the business of the last 3 years information. So in the year 2017, the profit was 17,000, then 20,000, then 23,000. So how we will be finding out the average profit? By adding all these profit and then dividing it by 3, we will find out the average profit of the firm. Got it? Total profit of the last 3 years are given. So in order to find out the average profit of the firm, all we need to do is to is just add all the profit of the different years and then divide it by 3, so that you will get the average profit of the firm. And once you get the average profit, you will be able to find out the super profit as well. And as soon as you get the value of the super profit, you can simply find out the value of the goodwill of the business. I hope the question is clear, everyone. Question 63 is clear to all of you, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, everyone. So start doing it. Again, I'm giving you 5-7 minutes to solve this question. I hope all of you will be able to solve this within this time. Done, everyone? Done, Eben, Alexander, Hiba, Khushi, Mariam, Nayan.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hiba is getting 16,000. Okay. Alexander, you're getting the same answer?
No, sir.
No. Abin? Same?
Sir, doing.
You're still doing, okay. Khushi?
Sir, same answer.
Same answer. Mariam? Anaya?
Sir, same answer. 16,000.
Same answer, okay. So Alexander, 16,000 is the correct answer. Okay, Mariam is still calculating. Okay. See, let me show the calculation. As usual, we will start with the statement, writing this statement, valuation of goodwill by super profit method, and then we have applied the formula of the goodwill by super profit method. Super profit into number of year purchases. Number of year purchases given in the question 2 years, but super profit for finding out the super profit, we will have to make an extra working note. So in this working note, we have showed the calculation of the super profit, and this way this will be done. Super profit equals to average profit minus the normal profit of the industry. And average profit for finding out the average profit of the firm, what we will do, we will add the preceding 3 years profit, 17,000, 20,000 and 23,000. We have taken the profit of the last 3 years and then divided it by 3 years to find out the average profit. And after that, we have subtracted the normal profit from the average profit. And for finding out the normal profit, what I have done, I just simply multiplied the rate of return with the amount of investment. So 80,000 was the amount of investment, that means the capital employed. And when you will multiply 80,000 with 15%, you will get 12,000. And the average profit will be 20,000. Subtracting 12,000 out of 20,000, we will get 8,000. So this is our super profit. 8,000 is our super profit. And all we need to do is now multiply the super profit with the number of year purchases, which is 2 years only. Okay, everyone, is this clear? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. 64, guys, start doing it. Question number 64. On 1st of April 2019, an existing firm had asset of rupees 75,000, including cash of rupees 5,000. Its creditors amounted to 5,000 on that date. The firm had a reserve of rupees 10,000, while partners' capital account balance showed 60,000. If the normal rate of return is 20% and the goodwill of the firm is valued at 24,000 at 4 years purchases of super profit, find the average profit per year of the existing firm. So this question is a little different. This question is, this time we are not required to find out the goodwill this time. See, goodwill is already given in the question. Goodwill is already given in the question. Everyone is able to see that the goodwill is already given in the question. See, this is the amount of goodwill. 24,000 is the amount of goodwill that is already given. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 24,000. So what do we actually require to find out in this question? We need to find out the amount of the average profit of the firm. We need to find out the average profit of the firm. Got it, everyone? Is this clear? Other than the goodwill, we are provided with the rate of return is given in the question, 20%. And the asset value of the asset, cash, creditor, reserve, and the capital is also given. So anyone want to try this question first and then I'll solve it? Would you like to try this question on your own? Or rather I should solve it for you? Sorry?
Sir, can you please solve?
Yeah, okay. Anyone want to try this question? Evan is saying that I should solve this.
No,
All right,
sir,
no
you can
problem.
solve.
Okay, so let's start. Let me solve it for you first. Question number 64. See, solution to question 64. See, what is given in the question? First of all, let's write down all the values which are given in the question. Values that are given in the question is rate of return, right? Rate of return is how much? Sir, it is, it was 20%. So 20%. Then the value of the goodwill using the super profit method has been calculated and given in the question, which is 24,000. This goodwill was calculated by applying the super profit method. Super profit method. Okay. Other than this, question is also giving us details about the asset, cash, reserves, creditor, and the value of the capital balance. So let's just write down all those values also. Value of the assets are given. Assets of rupees 75,000, including cash of 5,000. So 75,000 of asset is given to you. Cash value, cash is of rupees 5,000, that is already included in the value of the asset. Okay. Other than this, we have the information about the creditors. Creditors are also given, which is 5,000. Okay. Then we have the information about the reserves of the business. Reserve, amount of reserve is 10,000. All these things are given in the question. I'm not writing these value on my own. Capital account balance showed 60,000. So capital, the balancing figure of the capital account is also given. Capital account balance is 60,000. Okay, so these things are given in the question. All these values are given in the question. I haven't written all these value on my own. Everything is given in the question itself. Now, what question is actually asking? Question is asking us to calculate the average profit. In the all previous question, average profit used to be given in the question itself, but this time question is asking us to calculate the average profit. Okay. Average profit. So let's start with the solution. First of all, let's apply the formula of the goodwill of the super profit method. So goodwill is calculated by super profit method. We calculate goodwill using this formula. The amount of average profit, right? Average profit, the value of the super profit. Super profit, then multiply it with the goodwill is multiplied. So super profit is multiplied with number of years purchases, right? So question have provided the number of year purchases are also given in the question, which is 4 years. Everyone is able to see that. Just beside the value of the goodwill 24,000, it is written that 4-year purchases of super profit. That means goodwill has been valued on the basis of 4-year purchase. 4-year purchase. So number of year purchase is also given in the question. 4-year purchase. Super profit is not given in the question. Obviously, this is not given in the question. Goodwill is in fact given in the question. Goodwill is 24,000. So tell me guys, will you be able to find out the super profit using this equation? Tell me, will you be able to find out the value of the super profit using this equation? Answer is yes. Super profit will be how much? It will be, sir, 24,000. We will divide 24,000 by 4. We will get the value of the super profit. Right, everyone? Is the equation clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So 6,000 is the value of the super profit. Okay, got it, sir. Now let's apply the formula for calculating the super profit. How do we actually find out super profit? So for super profit, the formula of super profit is equal to average profit into average profit minus the normal profit. right? This is the formula, everyone. Am I writing it right? Average profit minus the normal profit. Is this the formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the super profit is given to you already. We just calculated super profit, which is 8,000. Sorry, not 8,000. It was 6,000. Super profit was 6,000. Okay, got it. Then we need to find out the average profit. So we won't be writing anything in place of average profit. It will remain same, average profit. Just by finding out the normal profit, once we found out the normal profit, we will be able to find out the average profit as well. So I'm sure everyone is, until now, all of you are already aware that normal profit is calculated by simply multiplying the capital employed, right? Capital employed with the rate of return. Is that right, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after this, all we need to find is the value of the capital employed. So, but the thing is that capital employed is not given in the question. Capital employed, however, the rate of return or the rate of interest is given in the question. Now, rate of interest was, let me check. Yeah, rate of return was 20%. So, rate of return is given in the question 20%. Do we have any information about the capital employed? Answer is no. We don't have any value for the capital employed, but there are few information which is given to us for helping us to find out the value of the capital employed. We can calculate the value of the capital employed. And anyone remember the formula for capital employed? What is the formula for capital employed? So I have told you two formula for finding out the capital employed. We
Total
can
assets
use
minus liabilities.
Assets minus total liability.
asset minus liability. Assets minus liability. In this question, we won't be required to apply the second formula that I have given to you for finding out the capital. Since the value of the asset is given in the question, asset is given in the question, the creditor is given, that means creditor is a liability. Obviously, creditor is a liability. So value of the liability is given, value of the asset is given. So by subtracting the value of the creditor out of the value of the asset, we will get the value of the capital employed. 75,000 minus 5,000, we will get the capital employed. So it will be 75,000 minus 5,000. The capital employed will be 70,000. Done. And now putting this value 70,000 here, we will find out the average profit. 6,000 minus the average profit is still missing. Okay. And 70,000 into 20. 70,000 into 20%, it will be 14,000. Right? So that means average profit will be, tell me guys, what will be the average profit? Average profit will be 14,000 plus 6,000, right? 14,000 plus 6,000, this will be 20,000. Tell me everyone, is this clear to all of you, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody is doubtful about this? Anybody having any question? Anything that you don't understood? Okay, so all of you, please write it down quickly. Just a minute. See, from this point onward, you have to write solution to question number 64. Let me know whenever you want me to scroll down.
Sir, can you please scroll down? So can you scroll down?
Done, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you. So this was all about the super profit method. Since only 3 minutes are left in our session, so we won't be able to solve any more question. So I'm giving you one question for your homework, only one. This is question number 65 will be a homework. In this question, average net profit is given 36,000 per year. Average capital employed is given to black. Normal rate of return is 10%. Remuneration is also given this time, which is 6,000 per annum. We need to calculate the value of the goodwill on the basis of the 2-year purchase. Okay, so you need to solve this question. I'm just telling you the, just a minute. Let me check. Okay. So the answer of this question will be 20,000. Answer for this question will be 20,000. So I'm giving this question to all of you as your homework. Make sure you get the value of the goodwill as 20,000. If you're not getting this value, that means your solution is not right. So you can tell your answer with the answer I'm giving you. All right. So this is your homework, and I hope all of you have taken the screenshot. Screenshot taken, guys.
Sir,
Yes,
can
sir.
you show the solution for question 64?
You want me to show the solution for question number 64?
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Just quickly take the screenshot of this quick question, because this will be homework. And other than 65, okay, so we have no more question to discuss. In the next class, we will be talking about the capitalization method. All right, so in the next session, we will discuss capitalization method. Question 64, you want me to show the solution for. So this is the solution, question 64.
Sir, scroll down, please.
More?
Yes, sir. Last part. Okay.
All right, everyone. So this is it for our today's class.